Great to have you here. Now, some workers of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission have locked up offices of the Commission in protest of what they say is a delay by the Chief of Staff to act on a report by the Bureau of National Investigations on some financial misappropriation at the Commission, which was submitted to her office some 2 months ago. The workers are also citing what they describe as attempts to reinstate former Director of Public Relations and External Affairs, Nanaya Jantua, who tendered in her resignation early this year over some accusations of financial misappropriation. The workers also say the continuous stay in office by the Executive Secretary Samuel Sarpong has necessitated their action. Joy News' Maxwell Agbagba has been interacting with the chairman of the Workers' Union, Abukari Jabaru.
Prior to this morning, yesterday around 3 thereabout, we had concern from some staff who happens to be housed within the head office. They said they saw Nanaya Jantua walk into the premises to attend a meeting. Prior to today's meeting, I think they had a meeting yesterday, and that was just to test the pulse of staff, and the staff are not taking it lightly. So last night, I couldn't even sleep.
Do you have information on what happened at that meeting yesterday?
Surprisingly, most of the management staff, none of the directors were aware of this meeting, and there's supposed to be a board meeting today, and the gist we are getting is that they are planning to reinstate her so that she could continue to be here.
Remember that sometime in March, when the national security waded into this controversy, they actually invited Nanaya Jantua to their offices, and they interrogated her on some of the things that the workers are accusing her of. If the attempts to reinstate her, can that possibly mean that she's been exonerated after the BNI, interrogated her?
In actual fact, that would be contrary, because just last week we heard the spokesperson from the presidency did indicated that they received the report from the BNI and they forwarded it to the Attorney General for advice. Our indication is that there were some issues that she and Mr. Sarpong admitted to. Currently, their passports are with the BNI. They report to the BNI on a weekly basis, which we think affects our operations as an organization. I can tell you...
That is still reporting to the BNI? Our investigation is still ongoing?
No, I think they have submitted their reports to the Chief of Staff who commissioned that investigation. And that is where we have a difficulty. Whilst other people who have not been investigated by the BNI are asked to go, we don't know what powers are behind Mr. Samuel Sarpong, and he's still hanging on. Even if he was not indicted by the BNI, the staff he works with thinks that he is not a good administrator, he's not a fine administrator, and they can't work with him. Relatively, it is a unanimous decision by staff, except Mr. Samuel Sarpong and Nanaya Jantua, that they can work with Mr. Sarpong.
Why can't they work with Mr. Sarpong? Is it that the workers believe, as we've heard you trumpeted for some time now, that he's embroiled in some kind of, financial misappropriation? I mean, in fact, there was a Joy News expose that talked about the fact that there were some questionable payments into his personal accounts by the head of finance. Is that what you are holding him on to?
It's not only that one. Like I did say,
what are the reasons?
Mostly, we don't want to prosecute our matters on the mass media. That was the reason why we wrote. We've had several correspondences with the Chief of Staff, and on the quiet.
The question is, if management deems it fit to reinstate her, does that not tell you that perhaps she's been exonerated, from all the accusations that you leveled against her?
No, nobody asked her to resign. It was her personal will.
Okay.
Are they telling us that we don't have any competent person within the PURC? And that is what they are suggesting.
So why are you kicking against a comeback?
Because there are competent people that could handle the issues better than her.
She was not competent?
In a way, I can question her administrative competence, but I can question her human relations. I can question...
How was her human relations?
She's
the Director of Public Affairs and External Relations.
Well,
so, she has qualification in that area you're talking about.
But perhaps when you talk about qualification, then we are missing the boat.
Okay.
We are talking about how to relate with people. We are talking about working with people and they feel like seeing you. We are talking about working with people, and the people feel like coming to work because they know that they have a welcoming boss. This is a person who has completely, with the support of Mr. Samuel Sapon, divided the entire organization, collapsed the entire organization.
We know there are three things triggering this action today, reasons why you've locked this office. One has to do, you say, has to do with attempts to reinstate the former director of public affairs and external relations, Nanaya Jantwa. The second reason also you tell us is that delays by the chief of staff
constitute a board, a technical board, which we submitted a petition. We want a technical board and an effective or technical chief executive. Somebody who understands, who know administration or understand the plight of the staff.
And you petitioned the chief of staff on the 15th of August, and you got a reply on the 24th of August.
No, 15th August. That was just a reminder. The petition.
The 15th of August was just a reminder.
Second reminder.
Okay.
It was a second reminder. We petitioned her way back somewhere February, March.
What was in that petition? You were calling for the removal of the executive secretary Samuel Sapon.
Yes, okay. And an investigation into some of the malpractices that we suspected had gone on here. And I can tell you that a lot of things are still happening. But like I said, we don't want to discuss financials. Cover-ups, I don't know whether it's a deliberate attempt, leaving them to do some cover-up before they take them out.
But why would you go ahead and lock the offices today when the chief of staff on the 24th of August responded to your letter on the 15th of August telling you that they are working to resolve all the issues that you raised in your earlier petition?
I don't know what would have triggered staff from doing that, but their fears is that before the appointing authority, government would have taken a decision. They would have taken decisions that would have affected them. So the best weapon they have is to prevent the board from coming to meet. I think that is the reason why they would have done that. So the board, the Transitional Act, we all know they don't have the mandate, and they are supposed to come. And whatever they do, when a new board comes and they will say it's weak chance. So I think the staff are just trying to prevent something from happening. That is the reason why they have done that. Okay.
Now, can we go to the third reason why you decided to lock the offices today?
The third reason, like we said, we are waiting for prosecution. The president,
prosecution of
whoever is found culpable
of
looting state funds. The president write on the manifesto or on the promise of fighting corruption, and almost all the staff in PURC are strongly behind that slogan. And we believe that after the investigation, people were invited to the BNI. People make statements. The BNI questioned them. They questioned people. People were detained. There have been reports that have been submitted. It's been sent to our Attorney General. So we want quick action so that it will serve as deterrent for whoever will come to inherit PURC.
Of course, if you stay tuned to Joy News all day today, you'll get updates of this particular issue with the PURC.